Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gimme the Check podcast. I am your host, Fredy V, and thank you so much for tuning in. In the words of the great American philosopher, Sean Carter, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. My next guest, ladies and gentlemen, is somebody, when she came onto the scene, I was like, who is this? I was like, damn! I mean, such a unique voice, such a unique presence. She just brings that good old R&B feeling that we had back in the day while taking the culture and bringing it forward. Recently, she dropped her EP, Stellaria's Story, with a bunch of bangers on them. I'm talking like, ooh, Lord, like this record is really touching my soul. And she's just been killing the game ever since she came out with the record. I'm seeing just media eat her up. She's been having incredible performance like the Dîner en Blanc, Gala Dynastie, and she's working on a new record already. She's one of the hardest working artists that I know, and she's just getting started. Can y'all please snap your fingers if you're at home for the one and only Shah Frank. Go ahead, Swagoo. Go ahead, Boo Boo. How you doing? Oh my God, like, I'm legit cheesing. Like, I feel like my play cousin just got here. Like, oh my God, how you doing, love?
I'm doing good. How you doing, baby?
Yeah, I'm doing very good. First of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for, first of all, joining me here today. And I want to thank you for doing that IG Live with me last year.
Loved it.
Because that was when I just hollered at you, you know, and I was like, I'm not going to be scared no more. I'm telling people, I'm not scared. Like, there's things I want to do. I want to do a podcast. I'm going to do a fucking podcast. I'm not scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just jumping for my dreams right now, and that's what it is. And I just felt connection. So I DM'd you, and you were like, oh, my God, yeah, I heard about you. Yeah, okay, you did. You're like, yo, yeah, that's what's up. And just the connection on the IG Live was just, it was such a good exchange.
We had a blast.
Man,
we had
people
a blast.
enjoyed it. It was so dope. And because artists like yourself agreed to do the IG Live with me last year, actually enabled me to level up and do this podcast. So I had to have you back. So you are one of the reasons why we are here today. So I want to thank you so much for like helping me make that happen.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Freddie.
Oh, us, man, it's natural, man. High level guest. So we're going to start from the beginning.
Tell me, boy,
like
what you want to know.
You know what I'm saying? So where were you born? Where did the story of Shah Frank start? Talk to me about your beginnings.
My beginnings, I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
In Brooklyn, baby.
Brooklyn, baby. My parents are Haitian, you know, gotta represent, you know. And yeah, raised here in Montreal. So that's me, Shah Frank. What else? What can I tell you? I played basketball. I ball. Okay.
See, that's why you know
skills, and she's smart too.
That's how you got that love in basketball. You know that's not latent. You know you got that energy, girl. You got that energy.
So yeah, that's me. I'm or you know the drill, R&B singer songwriter, and yeah, my project, like you said, just came out. And it's beautiful. People are loving it. Got great feedbacks from the public, from the medias, and very happy. And yeah, we shall see what's next.
Yeah, what the future holds, because the future bright, future real bright. Sky's the limit for sure. So I kind of like want to get an idea of like you growing up a little bit. What like, especially like musically, like what were like your first musical experience? I usually ask some of my guests, you know, what's your first musical memory? My first musical memory in terms of like remembering music was Thriller. I was scared as shit. I was scared.
Really?
Oh my God.
Such a
Every time I
cat.
saw Mike holding hands with Shawty walking down, and I was just like, I said, not me. I said, not me. I would be behind the couch grooving.
Why?
I would dance behind the couch, but like, I'm not watching that.
Why not?
I'm so sensitive. I'm a sensitive person. I don't watch horror movies.
You don't?
I don't. Oh no. What?
Stop it.
Why
Stop
would you
playing.
pay money to have your
It's to
spirit
have the
escape
thrill.
you?
It's the thrill. It's the thrill.
I'll go to roller coaster.
Especially when you're on a date, you know.
That's the only time that I'll. Maybe
Oh, look at
consider it.
you!
That's
Look
the
at
only
you!
time. That's all I'm just saying.
T'es pas bon.
But for real, like that was my. I loved the music, but I was scared too. It was like all these emotions. I couldn't watch it, but it was just like, yeah. And I was like, dude, I was a baby, but I couldn't remember that. I can remember. So for you, like, you know, not even like playing an act, like in terms of absorbing music, what was like a marking moment in your childhood of like of music?
Well, obviously, like my parents playing zouk compa at home, dancing, and that was like my first touch with music. My uncle was also a popular singer in Haiti. So
Word.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
dope.
Ronald Rodrigue. So yeah, and then but like when it comes to me, like when how it started, it was I was actually watching a movie because I'm a huge movies fan. I'm a movie fan. I love watching movies, and I was watching this movie called Romeo Must Die, and my eyes fell on Aaliyah, and I was like, "Who is she?" Like her spirit, her vibes, everything was just so beautiful about her. So I went to look her up, and then figured out she was a singer. So I listened to her music all the way back and forth.
Okay,
And
time out. You know you're just gonna make me feel old, right?
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Because you just like, because you just said, I just want to understand, just so you understand a little bit, right? You felt that. Y'all felt that, didn't you? I'm sure all y'all felt that. She said, I saw this movie, Romeo Must Die,
Yeah.
and then found out that she was a singer. My age bracket discovered Aaliyah as a singer, and then she was an actress to Romeo Must Die. So I just want to thank you for giving me a gray hair right now.
Hey,
I
baby, you
appreciate you.
look good. You look good. You know we don't crack, so you look good. You're good. You good. You good.
But that's perspective though, still. Like, but I remember Romeo Must Die, and I can only
Ah, great
imagine like
movie.
seeing that movie and be like, who's this?
Right? Right. And so, just started listening to her music and singing along, and then figured out like I don't just want to sing for fun. I want this, as a career, as like, for real, for real. That's
Word.
what I want to do.
Word. So wait, hold on. Okay, so time out, time out. Because a lot of people, I find some artists, they're kind of like, this was my first encounter with music. Then I kind of went through some things, and then afterwards, something else happened, and then that's when I knew I was going to be an artist. That's when I knew music. I was going to do music for the rest of my life. But from what you're telling me, you kind of knew that. Like those two moments kind of came back to back right away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you knew like from jump, huh?
I just felt it. I just felt it. It was just like a special feeling, listening to her sing and then realizing that it's something that's doable. Like people do that as a career. It's not just for fun. It's not just like, and I felt like her story was like so beautiful. And for me, it was just, why not? Like, why not me,
I feel that too because it's I do feel that Aaliyah, like on top of being good at what she did, she kind of had this like divine grace, this like energy, like she floated.
Yes. Yeah.
Like she was floating, you know what I'm saying? And she was just like this sweet. She had this maturity, but she was so sweet baby girl and whatnot. And yeah, man. And I'll never forget, when we found out, you know what I mean, that she passed.
I
We were all
know.
at a barbecue,
Oh, wow. Okay.
like acting a fool. Like I'm talking like 18 deep, beatboxing and singing her catalog,
Yeah.
going
That's,
down, and then the next day, like you know what I'm saying, like it
yeah.
happened. So
Yeah.
man, that's and I just see
Bless her
the
soul.
impact she has on this generation
Yeah.
too.
Oh, it's forever. It's forever.
Yeah,
Like
man.
you listen to her songs today and it still sounds like something that could come out like next week.
Yep,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So it's just like, and honestly, I feel like as an artist, that's such a high achievement to have your music be last that long and still be accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like her songs are like what, 20 years old?
Yep.
That's
Yep,
crazy.
yep,
That's
yep.
crazy.
And it still stands today. The
Yeah.
vibe, the productions, all that, it
Yeah.
still stands today. Her entire catalog, people are still.
Yeah. I just wish and like hope that 20 years from now people will listen to my music and still bump to it and be like, okay, this is still a vibe. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I think you're very much on that track
Thank
because
you.
that's the goal. It's I think that when artists have the intention of creating something that when what fuck artists when
Yes.
any human has
Yes.
the intention of
Yes.
creating something that would outlive them,
Definitely. It's
creating
your
something
legacy.
that will serve humanity when they're gone.
Because it's not just about you, it's bigger than you.
Exactly.
It's not just about you. And the ideas that you have and, the work that you create is not for you, it's for the people. It goes through you, you know? Okay, okay, okay. I know you know what I'm talking
I'm gonna
about.
put. See, you see this. Okay, first of all, see this, guys. I'm the one controlling the camera right now. I'm the one controlling the camera right now. I'm just saying, you. I am the master. I'm the one controlling. Every time that Shah is going, because she's gonna drop jewels during this whole. Like, I'm so impressed by this one. She be dropping jewels. So every time she drop jewels, I'm a screen. I wish I could close up. I wish I could close up. Go ahead. Say it again, girl. Say it again.
Stop.
But, so yeah, man. That's what it is. It's being in service of others.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you have that intention.
Mm,
So yo, let's go ahead and talk about your voice.
okay.
And singing and the come up of singing and when you started getting in tune with your voice. Because for me, which is the mark of an artist, is a signature voice. When you hear the voice, you know who it is from jump. The person can breathe and be like, up, that's Mark Harry. That's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Badu, you know, all these
Oh,
voices
yeah.
that are really, really special. And for me, you are one of the most unique voices I've heard in a very long time. And this
you.
is props and the mark to you because it's
Thank
that.
you.
But we had a great conversation about just, you know, the traditional route of the R&B singer and vocalist versus so talk to me a little bit about like your journey in finding your voice.
So basically, I didn't know how to sing. Let's just start there, okay? I'm gonna be straight and honest with you.
Hey, I
I did
appreciate that,
not know
girl,
how
girl.
to sing, and yeah, so like I started with Jennifer Mead. Okay,
Yeah.
shout out to Jennifer
Shout out to
Mead.
Jennifer Mead. This is a staple in our city of a vocal
Yes,
coach. So shout out to you, Jennifer Mead, and to all of the students that you had and you contributed to their development for rhythm
definitely.
and blues and black music in our city. Shout out to you, girl.
Yeah. So yeah, so I started off with her, and when you know, my first class with her, she actually told me, she was like, I don't know how you gonna take this, girl, but we are going to have to start from scratch. Like strip down everything you think you know about singing, and then you know, start from the start, as if you know I was like a child who was learning how to sing.
Yeah.
So that was my first hard moment because it was just like a hit to my ego, and I was like, okay, so I need to step over that, like you know, get over it, and then just like trust that you know this woman that I am paying is knows what she's saying, and yeah, so that's how it started. It was hard at first because like you know personally, I have a hard time. Me and my voice, we would do this. We would butt head.
Yeah.
Like there's something that I wanted to do, my body wasn't physically able to do it, but in my head, I knew exactly how I wanted it to sound like. And also, the fact it's funny that you talk about like how the uniqueness of an artist's voice, because to me, I always wanted to sing like Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, and then I always thought that my voice sounded weird. And so me not being able to flow, you know, through the notes, because like my voice is just like a savage beast. You know, it's like I'm like, work with me, okay? Not against me. And so it does whatever it wants. If I'm not nice with it, it'll just like it cracks naturally. So, you know, that honey, tea,
Yeah,
everything,
treat it good.
apples, everything, like I'm just like I have to be on point. And it used to be like really, really thin. When I was younger, my voice used to be really, really thin. I hated it. I hated it. I thought it was just like so small and tiny and girly, girly. Yeah, so anyways, fast forward, you know, I learned how to just let go, and then accept the fact that my voice doesn't sound like other singers. And nowadays, like, that's my mark. And to me, it's so funny that you say that because I didn't like that about me. That's exactly the thing that I didn't like about my voice. For it to stand out, for it to be unique, for it to be like. And today I'm just like, oh, little did
Man.
I know that's you know that's the thing that would make me, you know, come out.
Yeah.
stand out.
What you think
Something
your
like that.
disadvantage is actually your strength. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And man, and I want to thank you for always being honest with that, because
Oh,
I think that there's
definitely.
so many singers out there that feel that way. You know what I mean? That feel that they're fighting against themselves and this thing. Because that's the other thing too. You know, just R&B singers. You know, we sensitive about our shit, yo. We real sensitive, and that's what I tell to
Damn right.
instrumentalists sometimes. You know, when you tell a bass player, a keyboard player, something like that, be like, yo, you played the wrong note. It's like, oh, I'm gonna just move my finger over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When you tell the singer, yo, you didn't do that right, you're like, you don't like me? You don't like my soul? Oh my God. It's so much
Yeah.
more because it's something that's inside of you
Yeah, but-
that is more difficult to change.
But that's
and
the thing, you have to be able to take criticism. Like recently, I started working with my band. Shout out to Eclectic Groove.
What's up, Eclectic, man? Oh my God.
Okay, I love my boys.
Anyway, we're going to talk about them in a
Love my
second because they're
boys.
going to get some flowers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so the first show we did together was for the lunch of Celebrate a Story. And after the show, they came up to me, they're like, you know what, Shah, I mean, you know, you're doing your thing and it's cute and stuff, but like if you're gonna go to the next level, you're gonna have to like, you know, work on that vocals. And so they introduced me to my now vocal coach, Daphne, which is a sweetheart. I
What up,
love her.
Tirolien? The singer for Corneille? Daphne, you working with Shah Frank right now? Okay, first of all, boo boo, you in good hands. Second of all, I need to take a second out to
And
just shout her out
and I in good hands.
she's, oh man, she
is
is so
bijou.
sound.
Un bijou.
She is so sound, and
bijou.
she's a person who I'm so glad that your voice is in her hands, because
yeah.
she will take care of you in that sense in terms of really doing it that way.
definitely,
And just,
definitely.
I gotta send a shout out, man. Corneille remixes, man. Like, yo, y'all killed that project. Shout out to Team Corneille, Lorvina, and all of them, man. You guys are really
Isn't that
killing the
crazy?
game.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, I'm really happy to hear
Like,
that.
I don't know when this is going to air,
Yeah.
but my episode with Corneille Remix is coming out on Friday.
Yes, 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 and yes. Oh my God. You know, so we'll see when we release this episode, because we're going to make sure, because, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to,
I know. It's just, like, so
I don't want to
funny
get in
that you
trouble
were
with Team
saying
Corneille,
that.
because there's a couple things we working on too, so I don't want, you know, I don't want to get in
Nah.
trouble, you know what I'm saying?
But it's coming out
big,
this
big, big
Friday.
OG.
It's coming out this Friday.
Oh, this Friday? Okay, cool. So it's going to be out.
it's
going to be out by the time this
It's
comes
gonna
out.
be out.
That's dope.
But
That's
it was
dope.
just so funny. You were talking about that. I'm like, oh, he don't know.
No, I
He
don't. No,
doesn't
I
know.
don't. Thanks, Harvey. Thanks for telling me, Harvey.
True, because he was with you last week.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Yeah, just in case y'all don't know, man, Ronnie ruptured his Achilles on the court.
Yeah, you told me
So,
that.
yeah, you know, so I want to send a shout out to my drummer, Ronnie D. Shout out to Harvey, who's part of Team
Gotta
Corneille.
take
See,
care.
this is family, man. We just family up in here, man.
Of course. Montreal is like such a small city. You know, everybody knows everybody.
That's dope. That's dope. So, French or English?
French or English?
And the performance.
Oh, English.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready. Let's do this. Cool. So, yeah, man, thank you so much for just sharing that journey, because, like, I find that so many singers have similar things, and we're so, like I said, we're artists, we're sensitive about our shit.
Yeah,
we're in our head. We compare ourselves to other singers. There is a bar of soul and R&B of certain excellence and whatnot, but being excellent at the same time, you don't want to sound like everybody else, because if you sound like everybody else, if you sound like Mariah, if you sound like Whitney and whatnot, you know, there are other things that kind of go with it. And I think it's so important for us as singers to have these conversations, like the dark
Definitely.
moments, the moments where you didn't believe in yourself, the other moments and things like that. So to understand that what Shah is saying right now is acceptance of self, understanding her tone and whatnot, but understanding that this is an eternal journey, and that
Oh, yeah.
getting better, and you know what I'm saying, and getting to the next phase. So there is a technicality that has to do with it, but at the same time, it's what I say in French. I love the word in French. In English, it's just like, yeah, I'm an artist and I'm a singer. In French, I say, je suis auteur, compositeur, interprète.
Yeah.
I interpret the song.
Also, you have
which
to be
means
able
that there's
to
a
do that.
theatrical aspect of it. And that's what I love about you, because I feel the theater. I feel the interpretation of the song.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I tell my people, I'm like, when I had backup vocalists back in the day, like, I was like, my backup vocalist has to be better than me.
Definitely.
I said, you got to be better than me.
She's your,
I'm
the
like,
backup vocalist is your backbone.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I have the liberty to interpret, to do theatrical things and whatever. You are a horn player. You're a saxophone. So the saxophone player that went to university or chops and really so he can get into a band and da-da-da-da.
You gotta do a better job than I do.
Exactly. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
You
That's
can't
what it
mess
is.
up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't mess up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can mess
I
up.
can mess up, but you can't mess up. Exactly.
Because if I mess up, you have to be able to catch me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Okay.
like your musicians, your backup vocalists, they are your backbone. They're the reason, like, they hold everything together.
Yeah, man. No
Yeah.
doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt. That sounds good. So, I want to know
Tell me, what do you want?
songwriting.
Okay.
So, you found your voice,
Yeah.
and now in terms of like your style and songwriting, I find that you also have a unique writing style. You know what I'm saying? And how did you get into this groove, into your sound? Because I feel like you just know who you are, you know your sound, you have this signature, but there's such a diversity in terms of your songwriting. So how did you get to a place where it's just like, yo, these songs I think I'm ready now. You know what I mean? Like, how did their songwriting journey begin?
It actually began before I started taking my vocal classes. So I went to this program in Montreal North, which is called Culture X. It's a program where they give free classes to people like that don't have a lot of money, that can't pay, because the vocal coach is like.
Yeah.
So I went into this program, and there was no more spots for the vocal coaches. So they put me with Don Carnage, which was my first songwriting mentor. And I remember going to his class every week. Okay.
You can curse on here if you want.
And and he would always like turn me back, say, no, this is not it. No, this is not it. For a whole fucking year. Okay? A whole freaking year. And I was just like, okay, I'm not a songwriter. I don't care. I was like, that's not what I want to do. I'm here to sing, and this is just because there's no more spots in the vocal classes. But this I don't care about. And so like, we would just every week. And there's this one time he was like, yeah, you got that. And I was like, wait, what? What? Okay. And from that moment on, I don't know, it's just like something unlocked. And my songwriting just like improved. Every time I work with, other artists, I take something, I learn, I listen a lot. I'm like a sponge, I listen a lot. If there's a way that they do things, I just observe and take what I can relate to and then just add it to my toolbox. So now, like, if you want me to write a pop song, it's still gonna sound like Shah Frank.
Yeah.
But like I'm not the type who's gonna write a song for another artist. I don't think I have that skill, but I can twist, more, pop, more R&B ish, eclectic, So for me, that's it's like a beautiful thing that I didn't get to do my vocal classes first, because if not, I would not be able to be a songwriter today.
I feel you. I feel it.
Yeah.
And and something that I try to tell people is this, you can be a great voice.
Yeah.
You can be a great instrumentalist.
Yeah.
And all that. But there's nothing more powerful than the human is the ability to create and the ability to invent and to innovate. And that what is being a songwriter is all about. And that is just like,
I think that even those who don't write their own songs, but vocalists, singers, I think they have their own way of creating as well. Like
Yes,
when
they
you
do.
think about like Celine Dion, or you think about Whitney Houston, the things that they can do or that they did with their voices, it was just like insane. And it's like they take that song that's on a piece of paper that was written by a great mind and then bring it to that next level.
yeah, exactly.
So it's just like I feel like every person has their role to play into the achievement of a masterpiece.
For me, I said it in my last one. You all say this. I don't know how I'm rolling on my. We'll see. But I look at like a song or a production or a record that's out as like the Holy Trinity. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
And it's three aspects. You know what I'm saying? And one of them is the song.
Yep.
Like you ever like just play and sing this for me. Any voice, and you just play this on guitar, acoustic guitar, play it on a piano, and sing me the melody.
Mm-hmm.
Stripped down naked by itself. That's the song.
Yes.
You know, show me you have a good song. Leonard Cohen, Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? Like a song, just that.
Definitely.
Stripped down.
Definitely.
Afterwards, it's the production, which is the texture, which is the beat. Are you going to put an organ, or are you going to put a Rhodes? Are you going to put a talk box, or are you going to put an electric guitar? Are you going to do things that, you know, what's the texture of this sound? You can take the same song and you can make it country, you can make it rock, you can make it R&B, you can make it all these different type of things. So that's production. And then the third thing is the voice, or the artist, or the interpreter. And for me, that's the person who brings God into the place, who brings the spirit, who brings the thing, like Whitney lifting those words off of that sheet of paper, you know what I'm saying, on top of it. And it's about making those choices and finding, like for me, my goal in life is just to make a whole bunch of trinities. Even if I'm not part of the trinity, I just want to see a whole bunch of trinities and just be like, ooh, that's a dope voice.
Yeah.
You should check out this producer or check out this songwriter, because I think that songwriter can really do something with you. And I think you're really going to bring inspiration out of the songwriter and this producer, whatever. Even if I'm not there, just connect people.
Yeah,
like
in the name of the music.
Exactly.
Like, you're doing it for the music.
Exactly. You should check out this guy named, this a Netflix documentary called The Black Godfather. It's a guy named Clarence Avant.
Okay.
Okay. Clarence Avant is so important in Black popular culture, politics, entertainment. He started out in clubs. Then he was the booking agent for Lalo Schifrin, who did a lot of film scoring, like back in the 60s, James Bonds and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then afterwards, he's the one who discovered Bill Withers, Use Me Ups, and he owned that label. And then he continued on doing music with that label. And then afterwards, he's the one who hooked up Janet Jackson with her producers, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Okay.
And he was like, you guys need to work together.
Okay.
And his career, and then he was on the Obama campaign. So since 1959, this guy, he saved, the TV show Soul Train?
Yeah.
It was going to get taken off of TV. He saved it. He saved it from, like Clarence Avant is a very important man. Clarence Avant, go check him out. You know what I'm saying? And he was just doing that, and he's just a connector. And connecting people,
you know
what I'm saying?
Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
The
Black Godfather. Yeah,
right,
it's
cool.
super, oh man, good
Bet.
luck. But yeah, man, and just him and the way that, he hooked up Bill Withers and the songwriter and with the producers, because Bill Withers was a songwriter and the voice.
Yeah.
The way he hooked up Janet Jackson with Jimmy Jam, because she was trying to break away from the Jacksons and everything and find her own voice and her own sound or whatever. So it's just like, I love that connecting. And I see you writing for somebody one day. I really see you writing for somebody one day, just because that's how strong of a writer. Don't cut that out. That's an option. If you want it, it's you. But that's an option.
Then I want it. When the blessing comes, I will welcome it.
No doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I got next question for you, because we here at the Gimme the Check podcast.
Give me the check.
That's what's so sensitive.
Where my check?
You know what I'm saying?
Fredy.
So
Where my check?
My checking and savings, the way it's set up right now, is that this is like an independent venture. And I'm gonna have my people call your people, and so
I'm not happy.
See what she put me through. See what she put me through. Got me palpitations. Anyway, so yeah, man. What we do here at the Give Me the Check process is that not only we support artists, entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
We really artists that take their careers in their hands.
That's a new way to go.
And especially women. Especially women. And when it comes to women to be entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying, in the entertainment field, and also for the women in music that work behind the scenes, the creative directors, the sound engineers, the producers, the vocal producers, the artistic directors, and especially when it comes to producing and engineering, I find there's a huge void of women in that technical sector of music, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to entrepreneurship and owning your narrative and owning your stuff and understanding that, what are the aspects in your career that you are doing right now that you aspire to do, or that, the next young Shah Frank, the next young thing from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, are coming up here, that you can encourage them to take ownership and entrepreneurship? And what are the things that you do in your project besides music that encourage that?
Speak up. I speak up. not easy. Okay, because there's always that little voice inside of you saying, no, 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 don't disturb the peace. Oh, no, 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 don't, don't offend people. Fuck it. Like, just speak up. Am I allowed to?
Yeah, you're cursing.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So, I mean, as women, as little girls, and especially black girls, we are taught not to cause trouble. We're taught not to, don't stir up trouble. When you go to school, of course, listen to your teacher, but like, don't cause any trouble, for lack of word. I've been saying trouble 3 times in the last minute. Okay. You can edit that. Okay.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
So, for me, that was the challenge. Just letting people do what they thought was, the best choice for me, when I knew that wasn't me, or I knew that wasn't what I wanted. But now it's more like, and especially like, this is a men's industry.
Yes,
Okay. So, it's not like, it's just not to be afraid to speak up, to be assertive, to say what's on your mind. And the worst that can happen is for people to disagree with you. And when they disagree, if you really want ABC to happen, then you just repeat yourself a little bit, either it's louder, either you put your foot down, either you say, no, this is a deal breaker. It's either ABC or I'm out. Because at a certain point, human beings, like the way I see it, if you let me step on your head once, that's it.
That's it.
I'm going to do it again.
That's it.
I'm going to do it a third time. And then when you're going to try to tell me not to do it, I'm be like, what's wrong with you? I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Why do you want to change things now? You know what I'm saying? If you give them a little piece, they'll take the whole arm. So it's just like, the way I work is I surround myself with people who have self-respect and who respect me. If there's, we all have a bad day. We all have like, certain stuff going on in our personal lives. But when we work together, there's a respect. There has to be respect, because we will not agree on a lot of stuff. And I'm very open-minded. I always like to hear what my people have to say, especially because that's the way I get better. Like from the time I started this, and what is it, like 8 months later or a year, I'm not the same person. I know it. I feel it. I'm not like, I don't deal the same way. There are people like, I used to deal with a lot of stuff myself. Now I have my manager. I have my how do you call it? How do I call her? My creative director, not
Yeah.
creative director.
Artistic
My
director?
project manager.
Yes.
Sorry. So, there are things that, just to take a step back, not to deal with everything yourself. Because as an artist, sometimes people won't take you seriously since you're the artist.
Yep.
And then you're like, no, 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 but I'm the artist, but I'm also, the business mind behind the project, or behind the entity that is Shah Frank. And sometimes they won't take me serious. So it's okay. I have my manager take care of that.
Yep. Yep.
But little do they know, I'm the one taking the decisions in the background.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to play it smart also. It's not just about, yes, speak up, but also do it in a smart way.
Yep.
Because if you want to get through that door, but through that door, they won't let you go in because you're a woman, because this, because that. Okay, I'm going to still get through that door, though. I'm going to just, have a different look.
Man, because one thing that I tell the women that I work with is that, like, that's it. I recognize my privilege. You know what I'm saying? I'm black, but my privilege is that I'm a man.
You're me.
I'm a heterosexual man, and I'm able-bodied. Those are my privileges. And in this industry, I understand the privilege that I have. Women in general, we understand what the pay gap is, just even regular, just in corporate America and like corporate North America, whatnot. In music, it's even deeper. And where I really understood, where I started understanding, I was like, okay, what can I do to help level the playing field, to empower? Where do I have to check myself? You know what I'm saying? And not be part of the problem, especially in the music industry when it comes to women, be it artists, behind the scenes, all that type of stuff. And what I really started understanding is that I find, tell me if I'm wrong, but in my personal experience and things, I find that like women, and especially singers and R&B and in the world of black music as well too, is when you step into the room, be it a rehearsal, a contract negotiate, before you have the chance of opening, a woman has a chance of opening her mouth, there's already an idea that's made already. Oh, she doesn't know her theory. She's not good in business. She's emotional. She doesn't and you know what I'm saying? And all these other types of things where it's like it seems that a woman does not master her craft and doesn't approach things in an intellectual manner or whatever, and it's just this walking piece of passion and talent, and that's it, and whatnot. And it's just like, and women have this stigma before you have the chance to open your mouth and prove yourself.
Yeah.
I'm wasting time. Oh yeah, or she's coming, or she doesn't know her shit, or she doesn't know, or you know what I mean. She's like, oh, can I have that note or whatever? So me, for what the women I work with, it is just like we gonna break this. I'm not gonna feed that.
Yeah.
And tell me what I need to do if I need to stop to feed that, because c'est ridicule. You know what I mean? And so it's just like that kind of made me think about that when you're saying that, like, yeah, you know, the causing trouble thing. You know what I mean? Like,
but you know, the funny thing is toutes ces idées préconçues, you know, all of that, when you, how can I say that? When you don't meet their expectations, and then you're not that ball of passion, and you know, but you know what you want, you know, you're assertive, you say it how it is, then you just can't win, because then you're a bitch.
Because they get shook. Because men get shook by that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, either you're not good enough, or you're not this, that, or, you know, just, oh yeah, just sing. You know, just do your thing. Okay, pretty lady. Just do your thing. Okay, baby girl.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But then when you show, and it's not just, how can I say that? When you show that you know your stuff, you know what you're doing, you run your stuff, people listen to you, they're like, ugh.
Yeah.
She has an attitude.
Who
Who does she think she is? Oh, I'm like, I can't win.
Yeah.
So if I can't win, then I'm just gonna make me happy. I'm just gonna speak up, say what I have to say, and si ça passe, ça passe. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I have to. I have to. I can't just sit there and stay silent, or stand there and be like, okay, yes, okay. No, if it's gonna stir some shit up, then so be it.
Yeah, and you said, and the way to navigate that, I think that's very good advice. You know, is just to surround yourself with a team of people who have self-respect and respect for you and respect for the entire thing in the game, and you'll be able to thrive in no matter what the demographic of that team is. But they have to understand you in the way that you move.
Definitely,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Because it plays with your mind. It gives you strength, and even if you have like a hard encounter where you get upset, or you can always go back to them and validate that, no, I'm not crazy. No, yes, I asked for this. Or, yeah, maybe you pushed it, maybe you shouldn't have asked for that. So it's just like, for me, my team is my compass.
Yep.
It's like, I know when I didn't push hard enough, or, what I was asking for was a little bit, over the edge. So hey, we're not perfect.
Hey, they got to be real with you too. You got to have a routine that can put a mirror in front of you and
that's
number
one.
Yeah.
That's number one. You
We
cannot have no yes men,
Oh my
because
God.
that's not gonna help you. Like I was saying, with Eclectic, my band, they told me straight up, they were like, baby, you cute. Now, okay. Now we need you to get good. And I'm like, okay.
Don't let me have to call Greg in advance, man.
Oh my God. That hurt my feelings so bad. I didn't tell them though. I was like, like, yeah, we have this vocal coach that we know, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, shoot me her number. Next day, I had my first class with her. It was just like, I don't want it to waste time. I do not want to give no one an excuse. Oh, stop.
No, dude, come on. It takes a lot of self-awareness to be able to do that. Like, to listen to mine.
You have
like,
to be self-aware. You have to
Shah,
be
you got this
honest
maturity
with
to you,
yourself.
man.
You
Shit.
have to be honest with yourself. Like all these artists that you see, that are great and that last. Because one, their team is strong and honest with them, and they always want to be a better version of themselves. Exactly. You cannot just sit down on what your yesterday's success was. That's
Exactly. Exactly.
it. And if it doesn't work, then you just move on to the next. You can't stay attached to the past. You have to just keep on moving. If you fall, you get back up.
And if I could be all the way 100 with everybody right here, this is no shade. This is actually a testament to that. If The Weeknd can do it, you damn well better be able to do it. Okay? Because Weeknd 2013 is not the vocalist of Weeknd 2021. I am sorry. The dude did not say, "Oh, I'm famous and I made it and I'm just gonna keep on doing my shit. What's the next thing? How do I improve? Whatever." The Weeknd today is not the vocalist of The Weeknd when he first came out. And me, that's what I love seeing commercial artists and artists that are making it. When in there, from pop stardom, from commercial, you see improvement.
Always.
You see rise, you see connecting, whatever. So,
there's
a
reason
there's some
why they're there. There's
exactly.
a reason why they're there, and it's not just because there's a machine there behind them putting millions, injecting millions, and that's not the reason.
These are putting in work. These dudes are putting in work. You know what I mean? And so it's like if somebody at that level can be like, "Yo, I need to get better. I want to do this. I want to get to the next level." Then
hey,
we have no
listen,
excuse,
Celine Dion still takes her vocal classes. Still has her vocal coach. So I mean, who are you to not improve your vocals? Not improve yourself as an artist. No.
Lorvena je risque de t'appeler dans quelques heures. I think I'm going to have to go back.
Okay.
I'm out here talking. I'm like, yeah, you got to improve. I haven't said, Malika, please help. Like, yeah, I'm going to come and check you. But yeah, I need to know.
She's the best.
Yeah,
honestly.
I've been in my production
Love
phase
her.
right now, but I kind of forget what got me here, which is the mic. You know what I'm saying? So I need to I'm definitely looking for the next level right now. I did, me personally, what I did kind of was, I was that funk singer and I was always, first I was like around a lot of neo soul, so a lot of tenors who were singing high and riffing, and going bananas, all the runs and whatnot. And even like my last record, like I was a tenor and just kind of like doing all the like line ground, I will not let you steal. I get to shows. I came up for this record, I looked at the foundation, I said, all songs need to be checked off. The key of the song needs to be checked off by me before you start producing. Because I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not saying, I'm putting songs in my register. And ever since I did that, it's a game changer. So let me give y'all some game. Know your register. Know your tone, sweet spot register. When you are doing it, and do something that will give you longevity. When you sing, when you go on tour and you got 150 dates a year, you know what I'm saying? And you get to that fourth date in that third city, fourth gig of the week. What you gonna do? Yeah, right now never been too high. That's where I'm at now. With a show and low. I'm just here. I'm like, je me fatigue pas. Je me fatigue pas. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I just put another 20 years on kind of like my vocals, and that's something else that I find that, we strain, we search for ourselves and where we can improve. And sometimes it's just that. It's register.
Yeah.
Putting things in your register. This has been Free Game, brought to you by Fredy V.
Simplicity.
Yeah,
Simplicity.
man.
Yeah.
So speaking of R&B, I kind of want to talk about, your perspective on the state of the culture, the state of the genre, locally, provincially,
it's not enough.
And nationally. Because
Yeah.
I think that, there's something going on, like R&B, and that's why I started this podcast, because, there's a legit R&B scene in Montreal now.
Oh, definitely.
Legit. and is getting
It's just we don't hear about it.
eyes from, but the rest of the world is starting to see it. There is a buzz that's starting to happen. But however, us here who are creating that buzz and doing it, we face these obstacles. So like I've kind of come to the conclusion. I'm like, look, Canadian R&B is on the rise internationally. In Montreal, people saying it's the next city, you know?
Yeah.
But we have a very big obstacle in this province and being here in Quebec. And that is, I'm gonna say it again, the category of R&B does not exist in Quebec. And people are mad at me when I'm saying it. I'm trying to stay in. I've ruffled a few feathers, and it's not to be mean or whatever, but let's be real. What radio stations? It's not just awards. It's not just all that, but just we know how we have rap keb, we have all these different types of things, whatever. But R&B does not exist as a category.
Yeah,
here.
I think it's the next step. You know, because like hop keb, right? Hip hop, that was like non-existent before, and it took a lot of noise for it to be recognized as a category. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like R&B is next up. I'm just impatient for it to happen. So, you know, because it's like, right? And I feel like there's so many R&B artists here in Montreal. I'm not even talking about Quebec. It's like there are so many talents, but we don't hear them. Like we don't hear them. I mean, how many can you name me 10 that you have heard on the radio or seen on a billboard or
Well, if I may be real, I think that like you said, I do feel that there's a change. I'm impatient and it's the time. But
yeah.
I think that you and I are two people who are starting to move the needle a little bit on it. I'm seeing what you're doing and I'm like, yes, girl, because for an R&B singer who singing in English to be relatable to the entire province, every single media thing has been like, my boys texted me and they're like, yo, Paul Arcand is doing an expose on your album. It's been 10 minutes on the morning drive. And I'm like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And they're all texting me, blowing me up. Everybody on the way, like they're hearing it. And I was like, and to tell me that a black man that front man that fronts a funk group, that my song was gonna be like. First, I was like, guys, don't even worry about Quebec. Like, it's not here. Let's drop it. But we out.
In English,
whatever. And in English too. And I was like, okay. It was touching. I was like, I see a change. I have to recognize, and I was very humbled when I see I think it's Catherine Pogona. Shout out to her because that's how you pronounce her name, right? Yeah, Pogo. Wait, how do you say her? I forget her name. She just did a show with you, like I think at Théâtre Outremont, and she presented you, and she's like got your back, like whoa, and she has her own show.
Anissa Le Proto. Wait, you're talking about...
Anne Soleil, but you also did a Cat something. Cat, yeah, I think her name is Pogona as well, too. Wait, Pogona, exactement. So there's that Cat Pogona. Yeah, you did the thing with Pogona show.
Yeah,
you and I did that.
Okay.
She featured me. She featured you as well.
Yeah.
And then...
See, boy, it's your articulation. I didn't understand what you were saying.
That's my marriage.
Okay.
You know, sometimes, it's hard to switch languages. Sometimes
like,
I just...
what is this man saying?
But I'm giving examples, basically, of really staple Quebec platforms, TV shows and radio shows that have actually pushed our music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I saw that,
we have to be very grateful for that, because
and that is like,
when you say, okay, this is R&B, black artist in English, they're like, okay, this is an accomplishment. This is like, I'm very, very, very grateful, very happy, very surprised of the amount of support that the project has had since it came out. And like, I wasn't expecting anything, because, I didn't want to be deceived or anything,
right.
But I was just surprised, very happy, very grateful. And truthfully, if that can help, if that can, open doors and everything, then it's just, that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it also.
Because straight up, like, I have to say, and like, I want to make it very specific. You and I, specifically. There are a lot of R&B artists that are coming from here, but a lot of them are getting shine internationally first. And because they're getting the huge shine internationally has come up, like you and I released like our pretty much I consider this my first record, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and whatnot. And the Quebec media system is picking it up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's new. That is very new. So
I feel like it's just a beginning, though.
Yeah.
It's just a beginning. There's so much talent. So if that can, open doors,
Exactly.
then it's gonna be beautiful. The same way that Loud did with Rap Québécois, and because like, listen, Rap Québécois, like I was 13 years old when I went to what is it called? Salon Pepsi Jeunesse. I was watching Mazayan perform. I was watching Don Carnage perform. Like Rap Québécois has been there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, now is the time, for to open the horizons, to like, hey, this is music that everybody listens to. Everyone, everyone listens to. And the beautiful thing is we encourage our local artists. We do. Like, people do. Like, I will listen to R&B artists from here as much as I'll listen to her, or so it's just like, why not like encourage them commercially? Why not play their songs on the radio? Why not, play our songs on the radio?
On the radio, on pop, and give the people who live here.
Do that. There are people who do that. There are people who, that's why I'm saying, like, there is a change coming, because there are people who are getting certain jobs in certain radio stations that are like, trying to push it, and it's slowly changing, but there's a change that's happening, and that's important, because you can't tell me that Toronto has like, their channel where they play R&B music from their local artists, and we can't do the same here. We have the same infrastructure to do it.
Exactly.
And it has started. Like when you think about Malik Shahid.
Yeah.
Shout out to Malik Shahid.
Shout out to Malik Shahid. Shout out to Malik Shahid, who is also a guest on the Gimme the Check podcast.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So for him, like, he was the one who gave me the opportunity to have what was it? It was Ride or Die. Ride or Die played on Virgin Radio.
Yeah.
That's insane. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people like that. You have like all those major radio station. If we have people who are like, hey, let me give this person a chance. Let me give that person a chance. Let me give this artist a chance. It's slowly going to like change the way that we do things.
Yeah. Me, the way that I try to tell, especially when I speak to the entire industry here and whatnot, is, because that's the thing. There's a component that is racial, but a lot of it is more than just race. It's generational, it's cultural. I had a great, there's so many aspects. Like really Montreal being an island in the middle of Quebec, which is an isolated province inside of Canada. It's really a unique phenomenon. Like I had the producer of Child, Pierre-Luc Rioux, who's one of my guests, and he really broke that down perfectly. You know what I mean? And just in terms of, the history of Quebec music, how it was very singer-songwriter oriented, and in terms of the groove and things like that. It's he's like, imagine being a kid in Trois-Rivières in 1992 with no internet. You know what I'm saying? So certain things are kind of coming. But for me, what I try and do is to encourage the industry here, and everybody is just like, when you go to the grocery store, what do they encourage you to do? Buy local. Like the cheese, you got Quebec cheese, and then you got like French cheese, you got the strawberries, and this is what I'm telling every single episode. And this is the reason why I'm having this podcast, because I do feel that, hey, this is very frustrating, but there is a change. Something is happening, and so I want to kind of create these platforms and have these conversations on platforms so we can kind of keep that ball pushing and rolling. And that's what I want to say. Just invest local, investissez local. I've been working in the TV and film in Quebec for a little bit now, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, they'll want to go get, the big Rihanna R&B tune or whatever, instead of taking the Shah Frank song and putting it on the movie. And being like, and you're supporting local, and you're investing back into your industry, whatever. But you're, want to criticize America, but at the same time, you're trying to get, you know what I mean. But you can't afford that track, for licensing and whatnot. So when there's a whole bunch of things that happen here, what I want to do is create a fertile ground.
Yeah.
For R&B, and it's not, and yes, R&B comes from Black culture. It is Black music, but it goes way, like I said, R&B is white rice. When you go anywhere in the world, R&B is like white rice. Every culture got white rice. It's just why can't we have white rice? You mean to tell me that we can't create white rice up in this joint? Come on, and people enjoy it. You're not gonna tell me that when Foundation went to Sherbrooke, or when we played qu'on a joué sur les plaines d'Abraham. And things like that. And I'm sorry, and a person who's not from my race, who's not from my demographic, who's not from my age group, and whatever, is sitting in her seat, and she's moving her booty like this and smiling, and is like, oh, merci, thank you so much. You give me so much joy, and you open it up.
Music doesn't have race.
Come on,
music doesn't have race. This is good. It's good.
It's good. It's good. Exactly. And it's a picker upper. And it makes you feel good, and it is part of our fabric. But c'est pas quelque chose. It's not just ça groove. That's what I say. I think I'm going to make a T-shirt this summer.
Ça groove.
Quand on dit ça groove, ça groove égale R&B. That's what pretty much we will look for every adjective and term to say the drive. Oh, it's bité. It's this. Sorry. R and B. You know what I'm saying? And so that's it. And it's super diverse. And and R&B goes from Alan Prater and the Brooks.
Hey, shout out Alan Prater.
To Zach Zoya.
Yeah.
It's so diverse, and we have the whole entire spectrum here, including yourself. And we're just so lucky to have you, man. So, next question to you is, what do you think that we can do, or how can either artists, the industry here, what can we do to kind of create a more healthy environment and to support really the culture of R&B that is really budding? We know we got it here, but I think it's missing an infrastructure of some sort. So what do you think that the industry and artists, journalists, and everybody that kind of hovers around this culture of R&B that's where we're at right now, what can we do to lift the profile and to create like a healthier environment?
Like I said, I think the people who are in charge or in certain positions that can have the opportunity to open doors for local artists, R&B, hip hop, it's to have them take action, open these doors, push through so that we can have our voices heard as well, even if it's like one or two plays, just so that Monsieur, Madame XYZ, who's listening to the radio at that moment, who hears that track, is like, oh, what is this? This is something I haven't heard before. You know what I'm saying? It's to have it's to talk about it. It's to, when someone comes out with a new song, share it. So we need to support each other as well, because I feel like, sometimes there's a how can I say that, a competition.
Speak on it.
Like we're crabs in the bucket.
Speak on it.
It's like, we encourage, we want to hold everybody down, but then when we see one coming out hey, no, me first.
My guests are bringing it. My guests are speaking the truth. Oh my God, God bless you. Yeah.
And it's everyone has their own spot to shine. Everyone has their own, way to go. Just because your time is now doesn't mean that, this other person's time won't come. But if I'm so focused on slowing you down or not, encouraging you, because you know what that does. We all know. It's like when I come out with my song, if I know that, we're friends or, artist friends, and you don't share my stuff, I'm going to act like I didn't see that, but I will know that I saw that. You know what I'm saying? So it hurts. So why not just share it? If you like it. If you don't, that's another story. If you don't believe in what I'm doing, that's another story. But if you like it, if you're bumping to the track, just share it, because
I'm just,
What are you
that's
doing?
what I do. That's what I do on the podcast when somebody's spitting real game, and I'm just like, you know who you talking to.
I mean,
Woo!
listen. It's we have to
Gospel.
support each other. People who are in positions of power have to, not have to, if they want to. But it's like it's a great like honestly to have been through certain interviews or have certain opportunities given to me by other black people who were in that position. It helped me a lot. It helped a lot. It helped give the project a certain credibility, because who's Shaw Frank? Shaw Frank just came out with a song. It's called "Ride or Die," and then another song is like all she says in that song is "toot toot toot toot."
Stop it!
You know.
You know I like the tutu. You know I like the tutu. Oh my God, that shit.
And so dropped the project, and I was just like, okay, well, that's that's the EP, and to see how much it was well received, how much it was loved, how much like even people who listen to it today or discovered today, they're like, whoa, wait a minute, who are you? You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's your project. Cause like when I present myself, I'm like, oh, okay, another singer. And then when you listen to the, I'm very very proud of that project. I'm very proud of like
Should be.
all the people who put work into it. Cause I'm a pain.
Nah,
Yeah, like, I know.
Specific.
Yeah, I'm very specific about the sound, about how how it's supposed to feel like. So. Yeah. Anywho, to answer to your question, oh wait, oh shit, where your glasses went? Where your glasses went? So yes, it's. I just feel like we need to encourage each other. We need to have the people who can open doors. You doing this right now. Having everyone just come together because that's how they do it in the States. That's how they do it, man.
Yeah.
It's like when you think about like all those. What was it called again? Where you had like Jill Scott, Erica.
Yeah, it's the Soul Aquarians,
Basement.
Black Lily. They had it in Philly and New York.
Exactly.
The Limelight.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's like, they have they all start, as a group and stuff like,
like
and
her.
then
I
they
like her a lot.
grow together. Same thing with Timberland, Missy Elliott,
Exactly.
Magoo.
Yeah, Magoo. Yeah,
Magoo.
man. Yeah.
So that's like they started working together in the basement. They just, put them right there, and then y'all just blow up. And then when it was your turn, everyone would work so that you could like get your craft together and then put it out. Then while your thing was flying, then we would get back in the studio, back in the kitchen, cook some stuff for Missy, and then go back and then cook your stuff. Now it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah. And it works. It works, but we're divided here. Like we're what's the word? Ambivalent?
Yes.
It's like we're here for each other, but then when your thing starts flying, or when your things start, when I feel like your light starts dimming mine, which is not true.
Which is not true.
It's just an impression. When the attention is on you, I get in my feelings. I guess this, that, I just, I take my distances. No, the people I have in my circle were not like that.
Wow.
When it's time to work on, my girl's project, then
all hands on
deck. When it's time to work on my project. So when people say, oh, you're so lucky, you have this team, you have that. Yeah, but I work hard
to build that shit.
You know what
I swear
I'm
to God, you won't make me walk out this joint because you're preaching that good gospel and it's just speaking to my soul. And do y'all know how many years it takes to build a team? Do you understand the mindset for everybody to be at a similar place in their life to come together for one cause? Do you understand? People are like, yeah, well, it's lucky because, you just built this shit. I'm like, nah, dog. It's relationships I've been building for a while. Yeah. And I'm not just investing in a thing. Yeah. I'm not investing in a project. I'm investing in people.
Amen.
I'm investing in people.
Exactly.
Invest in people. You invest your money, you invest your time, you go buy stocks, we all go invest in all, they talk about investment, all this stuff, instead of investing in ourselves and investing in others. And that's
gotta invest
something
in
that
your
we don't.
people,
And it's just like, and for me, the thing that brings out is just what I tell people, like, the word support has levels.
yeah.
It's levels.
You
And
can't
like,
ask people to support you if you're not going to do the same. It's not about you. It's about what you're creating, and what you're creating takes more than you to make it happen. So it's not like support. Support is both ways.
it's both ways. And
Yep.
sometimes I look at it, it's funny, and I'm gonna be a little linguistic and nerdy, and then I'm gonna be out. But I'm gonna drop. I'm trying to see if I can drop a jewel like Shah. Let's see if I can. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see if you can do
You know
it
what I'm
on
saying?
me.
Yeah, I'm trying to be to your level. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
wait. I need to come forward for that. I'm listening to you.
All right, let me break it down. It's a bit linguistics. Sometimes when people are like, yeah, support, I'm just like, the levels, y'all barely support. I was like, you guys support in French. And they're like, huh? And I'm like, support in French meanings like, ah, je vais le supporter. In French, when you say the word support, de supporter quelque chose, the literal translation is, I'm going to put up with it. Ouais, je le supporte. Il est tannant, mais je le supporte. He's annoying, but I'll put up with him. Support is l'appui, is to literally to uplift, to empower. It is getting your hands dirty and putting time. It's not an intention. It's not just, oh, I support him and that's it. It's time, it's energy, it's money, it's things, it's effort, it's all that type of stuff. So here sometimes I find it's just like that level of support is the basic level of support. C'est supporter. We just put up with it. And what I say is level up your support, because it comes with a lot of things. For me, if I love a movie or if I love a company, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna leave a review.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell my friends. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna trick and get behind it because I believe in it.
Yep.
So if you say you believe in an artist or whatever, all those things, you know what I'm saying?
There's level.
So don't just put up with it.
Yeah.
You know, support. And I'm glad that, you know, you address that kind of crabs in a bucket mentality that we may have here. And I think that if we kind of squat it up as artists, as fans, as consumers, and whatnot, and, you know, and like you said, all hands on deck. That's what we're kind of doing with our crew right now. You know, we're trying to taking that model of Sorquarians and Questlove and whatever, and just like, yo, what's your project? It's your project. All hands on deck for. It's her turn now. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's what it is. So it's so cool to see that you have that same mentality and that you're just well surrounded. And then good job on building your team and building relationships with people to put yourself in a position and put them in a position, because when you succeed, they succeed too. Because everybody's investing in Shah Frank Incorporated. It's not just you. It's
bigger than you.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
bigger than just who you are. As a person.
No doubt. Well, listen, Shawty, I can stay here with you.
We can stay here for days and
so
talk.
long and days and days
Have
and
food
days.
delivered and keep
oh
talking.
Oh my God, yeah. and hopefully we'll have some more opportunities to do this, because I find that like you express yourself very well, and you're just such a great ambassador for what's happening in our city right now. And just to tell you that when it comes to support, this is why I created this podcast to Give Me the Check, and to let you know that I support you. We support you. We got your back.
Are you getting
I'm
all
proud of what you.
emotional on
man, I'm
me?
an emotional wreck,
Yeah,
man.
I
I'm
love
just, you know what I'm
that.
saying? It's the end of the day.
I love this version of you.
Oh man, I'm an emotional wreck. But for real, like this is what it is. I'm
Appreciate
behind you. I'm riding for you.
Thank you.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You like what I did there, did you? All right, let's do something a little fun to end this before we out.
Tell me.
You know what I mean? I have a little trivia. I got this little game. You know, I got little segments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You gotta
no.
walk in.
Oh, no.
I got segments and shit. You know, so I'm trying to do it. This is a segment called One Gotta Go. Okay,
Oh,
I'm going
no.
to give you a chat. Like you are going.
Be nice.
It's COVID still, and you're being
Okay.
flown to a private island until it ends. So at least like 18 months, you know what I'm saying? And then, but you can only choose a certain amount of artists and albums. I'm going to give you a choice, and one gotta go.
Oh, that's not.
And one gotta go.
You better be nice.
I
You
know-
better be nice to
hey,
me.
you know what I'm saying? We'll see. It's just all about, you know, it's about you. It ain't about me. We'll see what your answers are. You know, we'll see what it is.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Shoot.
One gotta go. Off the Wall or Thriller?
Oh, you mean? Oh. Oh man. I said be nice.
This is exactly what I want. The squirm.
Okay.
Squirm. Oh my God.
It's gonna have to be off the
Yeah, my girl. Oh.
I mean, Thriller is just, it's just,
Yeah, I know. It's hard to let go. It's hard to let go.
it's just,
It's-
I mean,
I know that's an L. That's hard to part ways with.
not nice, Fred.
I know. I'm sorry,
You're
but
not nice.
I love you even more for the answer because Off the Wall's the R&B record. Dilla's the pop, but Off the Wall's are like this. That record did so much. For me, all the R&B fans, that's what I kind of check them on and be like, all right, you already so Off the Wall. Okay, Boys to Men or Jodeci?
I'm not playing this.
No, go, don't leave. No, come back.
Oh my God. What is this?
2 years on an island. 2 years on an island. Without one. One gotta go.
Wait, it's not 2 years. You said 18 months.
Okay, 18 months. My bad.
Oh, man. Like you want me to. And I hold you tight.
No.
Baby, all through the
Okay,
night.
so Jodeci's leaving? Jodeci's going?
Oh, my God. I want to freak you.
Okay. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. Shah's like, okay, so who's on the island with me? This is a very...
yes. No, you know what? Yes. Who's on the island with me?
Whoever you want. This is short. You ain't by yourself. You whoever you want, but one gotta go.
It has, okay. Boys to Men gotta go.
Oh my God, I love this woman.
Listen. If I'm gonna
Give
be
me
like,
the
you know,
heart. Oh my God, girl.
no, I mean, 2 years, 18 months on an island with whoever boo is gonna be. I need my Jodeci.
Okay.
Okay.
Because Boys to Men don't hit the same. I'm telling you, that's sweet. But Jodeci, man. Whew, child. Yeah. That's good. Okay, this may be simple. I'll do a little simpler for you because I think this could. I think it'll be nice. I think this will be nicer. Janet Jackson or Aaliyah?
Now I'm leaving.
No.
Okay. I am.
This is great.
I am so not enjoying this.
This is the best.
Man, I mean, Janet gotta go.
Oh!
Janet gotta go because Aaliyah is the reason.
Exactly.
Why.
That's why I said it's gonna. That's why I was like, I made it a little easier, you know. But
Janet
yeah, for sure. I
I've
think
known Janet before, Aaliyah, but Aaliyah is the reason why.
like for me, if you ask me that on your podcast,
Yeah,
I might walk away.
No,
like, I might, because that's for me.
No, you know what? You know what? Stop playing.
Because
Janet
okay,
or Aaliyah.
both gave me chest hair though.
No.
They both gave me chest hair.
No,
Like they
it's
both.
one
You know
or
what
the
I'm
other.
saying? Like,
Listen, if you choose both, you die. That's the name of the game. One
Okay.
gotta go. See what you do to me? You see what you do
Because
to me?
you know what makes it hard? Because Janet, the producers are Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who played with Prince, my favorite artist of all time, who also did like End of the Road with Boyz II Men, and like are just responsible for 90s R&B. Like they're just the shit. Like, you know, those are my favorite producers of all time, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Gotta answer the question.
But Aaliyah it's Missy and Timbo. Like Missy, that's like my hometown. Like I grew up next to Virginia. Like shit.
Ooh.
Yo, this is really
Now
really
you're getting a taste of your own recipe.
This is my podcast. I am so offended. Janet.
Gotta go?
Janet.
You're letting Janet go?
Yeah, no, I'm letting Aaliyah go. I'm picking Janet. Aaliyah gotta go. Aaliyah gotta go.
Y'all see this? Wait. Y'all see this? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Which camera am I looking at? Y'all see this? Y'all see that? This way? Y'all see that? Now I'm mad.
Okay, do you know why I chose it finally? Because I came back to memory, and I said, Aaliyah never did the Velvet Rope Tour. Fellas, y'all know right now. You know what I'm saying? Ladies too, whatever you want, float your boats. I ain't trying to be exclude my bad. But do y'all remember the Velvet Rope Tour? I got chest hair from the Velvet Rope Tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, I became a man on that joint. Like, that advanced puberty. You feel me? Like, so, yeah, that was, whew, child. Yeah, that's the only reason why, like, Romeo Must Die's cute. You know, Rock the Boat. Yeah, you know, I had palpitations for Rock the Boat. But, in the thunder and rain. What?
I know.
No, yo, Janet
about.
got, whoo.
I know.
Anytime, any place, Dan Kendrick sampled it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so yeah, anytime, any place by itself in terms of just like bedroom, R&B.
I know.
Great. Yeah, I got to go with Janet. The more I'm thinking about it, yeah, Aaliyah got to go. She's mad. She's mad at me.
Are
On
we
that
done?
note,
Is this podcast done? Or we cannot?
let me sign us off before you get mad at me. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman is something special. Please make sure that you go check her out. Again, Stella Ria's Story is the new EP. She is on the rise. And like when we talk about emerging artists, emerging R&B artists from Montreal, open the dictionary and you will see this face. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Gimme the Check podcast. I'm your host, Fredy V. Stay blessed and highly favored. We out.